Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the 10th episode of the All Things Sports Talk podcast. I am your host, Ryan Sizer. Today, we have a very special guest, one of the best defensive backs and safeties in the nation. Three-star FAU signee, Damon Allen. How you doing, Damon?
I'm good, I'm just chilling today, having, just enjoying my day, birthday in 2 days, so I'm just enjoying it.
Yes, sir. Happy early birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
First and foremost, who is Damon Allen?
Well, I'm just, just a guy that, love to compete, play football, want to take care of my family, just take care, just everybody around me, just have a decent life and just to be somebody to be remembered.
How did you get into football and what are your goals ultimately?
Well, how did I get into football? Well, my dad played football, so whole family really played football, so it's just drilled into me. When I was 5, got into my first play football with Plantation Wildcats. Then I went on to play with Tamarack, then Royal Palm Beach Wildcats, and then I just played high school from there. And my goals, I just want to, like I said, take care of my family, compete, obviously make it to the NFL, almost everybody chooses, do all that and just to have a good life and be remembered.
Yes, sir. So, growing up in South Florida, it's a very physical teams out there.
Yeah.
What is your play style? How do you describe Damian Allen's play style?
Play style, well, I feel like I'm a very aggressive player. I could work on my speed a little bit more, but I'll definitely do that. I'm a very aggressive player. I could get up on the line. I could jam the receiver. I play a lot of man to man. I love man to man. I can work on my off man a little bit too, but I feel like I'm a very aggressive player.
So you played your high school ball at West Boca.
Yes,
A few days ago, congratulations, by the way, you guys just won the state championship game.
thank you.
No, what was that like, not only for yourself, but for the team, and as a senior for you too?
Well, to me, ever since literally always been, in championships, I feel like I've always been a winner, always been on a good team. But high school is different, making the states is like a hard thing to do. And coming from the high schools I've been, I've been to Royal Palm my freshman year, Palm Central my sophomore, junior year, and West Boca my senior year. So it's really special to just win states. Honestly, that's been the goal since day one I came to West Boca, win states, get looks, and Coach Potts promised me that, and it happened.
So you talk about making mistakes, how it's very dangerous at the high school level. How do you like bounce back if you make a mistake on the play because you can't get too much in your head. If not, it would just last and then they keep on routing you up, or just not yourself, but anyone.
Bro, so what I learned from the game, specifically Atlantic, what I learned from that game is even if I get scored on, I got to get back to it and I have to perform like so. Make sure they don't do it again, But Atlantic, I got scored on. I put my head down. Happened again. But you know what? That's just a part of football, and I got to realize that. So about making mistakes, it's about making mistakes and then just going back on the field and just do what you usually do. Don't worry about the last play. Worry about the next play.
So talking about, growing up in Boca, the school you committed to was in Boca, the FAU Owls. What was that like just signing to FAU, and what was your recruitment process like overall?
Well, Palmy Central, I had about 8, 9 interceptions. I was getting a little bit looked at, but I still didn't get no offers. But I believe in the process. Coach Potts, brought me to Westbrook. He told me to just trust the process, put your head down and work. And it feels good to sign to the to the home team, close to home. All my parents could come to the game easily. Get tickets, watch me play, and just watch me grow for the next 3 to 4 years.
Yes, so when you put that pen to paper a few weeks ago, what was that moment for you? Like, always, I'm sure, wanting to be a Division One football player. Now your dreams are coming true.
That was very special for me. I was one of the first. If not, I'm pretty sure I was the first D1 player from West Boca football to ever sign. Well, one of the first ones. And it's like very special to me. My family, is born with a lot of athletes, and I'm really one of the first ones to really sign to a college.
Right. So, for the future classmen, when coach talks to them, he's going, mention Damian Allen, what you did there. What is that moment like, not for for yourself, just knowing that, I left the imprint behind?
Well, it's really special being, when I was at West Boca, I lost no games at West Boca. It's really special knowing that, and it's really special to know that I really left, being one of the first D1 players, being one of the, best corners to ever be at West Boca, in my opinion. And it's just a blessing to just play at West Boca.
So staying in paradise for FAU, what are your goals for your first season at FAU?
Well, my goals are to at least get in a rotation of things, my freshman year, to get a couple snaps a game, just to get in a rotation so I can get it flowing, get some deals, just compete. Most importantly, compete.
Talking about competing, there's a guy he was actually on the podcast, Cameron Goggins. Have you spoke to Cameron, and how do you guys think you can bounce your games off each other and make each other better?
Well, just work every day in practice, do the little things right, do the extra things also, and just doing your job on the field and doing what you're supposed to do off and on the field.
So talking about FAU, they just got a new head coach by the name of Zach Kitley. Have you spoke to Zach, and what do you think he's going to bring to the Owls?
I haven't yet spoke to the head coach, but he looks like a good person. One of the youngest coaches. I don't know right now in college.
Yeah, the youngest coach.
The youngest head coach in college football right now, and I feel like I'm gonna get me personally. I feel like I'm gonna get along with him, and just bond, and just play.
I was watching some of his interviews, and they said that, he worked with Patrick Mahomes. I know he's on the offensive side of the ball, but he's a very explosive. And he said he wants to run up the play clock. And when you're on defense, you guys are going to make a presence. He said hard hitting football, and you're going to attack the ball. Everyone is going to be around that football. How does that make you feel?
Well, that makes me feel good to really know that I have a smart OC slash head coach, and just to know that I have a good DB coach, Brandon Harris, good DB coach that's going to teach me the ways. I'm going to get bigger, get stronger, and just know the ways of college football, and just perform.
So talking about growing up in South Florida, there's a lot of beaches. For your sign, when you did your photo shoot, you were in pads on a beach. What was that like for yourself, and what was that moment like?
Well, not a lot of schools did that. I know a couple schools like Miami, maybe Coastal Carolina that did that before, but it's really special to play in South Florida and compete, and just to be in that South Florida heat, not be up there in the cold and all that. So it just really feels good.
How do you think that South Florida heat will prepare you? Some people maybe they come up from the cold to the warm. How do you think you can adjust like that?
Well, to me, I've been here my whole life, so
Right.
me, I'm used to it. But it's different if I go upstate and I gotta get used to the cold, all that. But me, I've been used to it, and once they stay down here, get used to it. Just adjust to the humidity, all that. They'll get used to it.
So a lot of fan favorite is the FAU sand jersey combinations. The ones you did your photo shoot in. What are your favorite FAU jersey combinations?
Either all black or like you said, what's it called, the sand.
Yeah, the sands.
Yes, the Sands. Both of those are my favorites. Honestly, I can't really pick between which one is my top one.
Talking about the all black, they just put them in NCAA. Have you played it yet? And what would that be for yourself, being in the game one day?
Yes, I played, and it's really special to even be NCAA. Since I was little, I've been playing NCAA. It's really a dream come true to be in the game. Honestly,
So growing up in South Florida, like we mentioned, there's a lot of great players there, but what's your favorite NFL team?
my favorite NFL team right now, the Cowboys. Cowboys
Okay.
team right now. So I like for them to get a Super Bowl. But we'll see. You know.
How did you grow up a Cowboys fan, being born in South Beach?
Well, my dad. Well, I don't know how my dad ended up being a Cowboy fan, but it's really in the family. Everybody in my family is a Cowboy fan or a 49ers fan, one of them. But my dad ended up being a Cowboy fan, so he just forced that to me.
Right. Talking about the 49ers and the Cowboys, they have some great defensive backs. Ward for the Niners and Trayvon Diggs. Do you watch any NFL backs and take their games, or who are your favorite NFL defensive backs and safeties in the NFL?
Yes, like Trayvon Diggs, is really like compared to me because I tried to be a receiver my freshman and sophomore year, but I had changed to DB, and that really changed my life, and my recruiting process. Just like how Trayvon Diggs transferred from receiver to DB, and in Alabama, uh, Nick Saban saw the vision in Trayvon, and he saw what he could do at DB. So I feel like that really compares to me in that aspect.
Right. So earlier in the podcast we talked about the NFL. What would it mean, I'm sure, to hear your name in the NFL draft, and how cool would that be?
It would be special, not a lot of people make it in the NFL. From what I know, they say 0.5% or maybe run, between them. Only that much people make it in the NFL, and it's really everybody dream to make it in the NFL. So it would be a really special moment and just, a lifetime moment.
Right. So if you get to the Cowboys, would it be even that much cooler for you?
Yeah, it would be cool. I'll, whatever NFL team I, end up landing if I ever get to the draft, I'll be grateful for either one. But the Cowboys, that would be a good one.
All right, so now we're gonna have some fun questions with the NFL. Who are some top three guys dripped out in the NFL on and off the field?
You said top three?
Yeah.
Let me think. I don't really know. Um, Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Uh, I gotta think for what I know. Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
Lamar Jackson and Zay Flowers also too. Zay
Yeah.
Flowers.
Two of those guys are from South Florida. Do you watch their games, and how cool is that, South Florida connection from quarterback to wide receiver duo?
I watched them a lot, and they originate in Broward County, and it's really special to just be from the Tri County, Palm Beach County, Broward County, Dade, just to really rep South Florida.
So we talked about, you could say you're an underdog. Some people didn't really look at you, give you offers early on. How do you want to make those teams pay, or is what it is? Like, are they going to regret not giving you an offer?
Just gonna regret. Everybody's gonna regret. In my opinion, I'll be one of the best DBs to ever come out of South Florida.
Talking about being one of the best DBs to come out of South Florida, you're a ball hawk around that field. Fast, physical defensive back. Why do you like playing so fast and hard and making your presence felt?
Well, that's part of the game. Just to be aggressive. DBs is really like a mental aspect of things in football. It's really one of the hardest positions on the field, and it's really you got to put your head down and work. That's all I can say.
Right, being one of the hardest positions on the field and always grinding, what is your favorite thing about playing defensive back?
Just catching just catching the pick and just having the ball in your hands and making it happen and trying to go for six.
So when you get a pick six at FAU, I'm going to call it your true freshman year. Can we expect a cool celebration from you?
Yes, trust me, I'm good
Okay.
with.
And talking about drip, we talked, you're a big drip guy. On your Instagram, you posted you in practice that you always be dripped out. With
Yeah,
the arm sleeves, the Cuban, the diamond grills. What are your favorite drip essentials?
my favorite drip. You talking about like to wear in the game? You know,
Game and like pre-game warm up. So
uh,
away from the field.
you'll see me with my goals probably in the game. Tights. I do a lot of spat. I spat a lot, and sleeves. I do all that. All that.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to see those gold grills in the game. Would you ever get some diamond grills, or you just keep it solid?
Yes, eventually it's gonna happen. Trust me.
Okay, okay. And then why should FAU Owl fans expect to be excited when they see Damon Allen running around that field and being a ball hog?
I'm gonna be the. I'm gonna be one of the best things that have come out of FAU. I don't think I'm a big guy that would transfer, but hey, it's what it is.
Talking talking about not being a big guy that transfer. What is your thoughts on everyone just jumping in the portal after a year just for money? Which I'm not saying it is just for money, but a lot of people are doing it to get the name, image, and likeness out there.
Some guys doing it for a better position, better more draft stock, money, financial stuff, all that. But if you ball out any college, they're gonna find you. the NFL is gonna find you. Trust me, they're gonna find you no matter what college you at, as long as you ball out.
100%. And then, when are you looking forward to getting on campus and at FAU just away from football?
I get on early, so about 3 to 4 weeks, I'll be on campus.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, you wore zero in college. I
Yeah.
know last year it was a defensive back he wore. He's no longer with the Owls. I believe he went to the draft. Would you be number zero with FAU or you don't know yet?
I don't know. Whatever number I get is what number I deserve. But I'll try to be getting, whatever number I want. Zero, maybe 0, 21. Whatever I want, number I desire. It's really it.
If you pick 21, is there any significance meaning behind 21 and zero?
Nah, I just like 21 0, but the number I would really like, is 7 2, because that was my dad number back in high school, and
Okay.
he really values that number, and that's a lucky number also.
So maybe you'll get a 7 chain too to rock in the game.
Maybe.
Um, who is Damon Allen away from the football field? How do you want to be remembered as not only a football player, but most importantly as a human being?
Just a guy that gives back to community. If I ever make it to that, to the next level, just a guy that gives back to Palm Beach, Belgrade, whatever it may be, Broward. Just South Florida in general.
Yes, sir. If you have to leave one piece of advice for younger kids or just people in general trying to reach their dreams of being a professional athlete, what would you tell them?
Really, just no matter how many times you get on the look, just put your head down and work, and God's gonna bless you.
Yes, sir. All right, so you had some dreads. Are the dreads gonna come back, or we're keeping it short?
We're probably gonna keep it short for now. That's gee.
Yes, sir. And then on the question is, and then we'll let you go here shortly. So talking about FAU, last season they didn't have what they wanted to have. We obviously know they have a new head coach. That's in the past. When
Yeah.
you step on there, when that new program steps on there, what can FAU fans expect from the team?
From the team, they can expect a big upgrade. Just performing better, and they can expect a more hungrier season, because this is really like the season where we're recruiting real South Florida players, and I think we could make it happen to get a ball game.
Talking about recruiting, they got big guys in the transfer portals. I know they're new, you're new. Have you reached out to anyone or not yet on the team?
Not yet, but when I go to campus, I feel like I'll make I'll it'll feel like home. I'll make friends just like that.
Right. So what does winning mean to you? Why do you just love winning so much?
I just like to compete. I just like to win. I hate to lose. To me, I'm a sore loser. But if I lose, it's whatever. You just get back on and just work again.
How can losing, help grow a young guy's confidence in yourself and a team?
Well, just you just gotta discard everything. Like, no matter how many times you get put down, you just gotta get back up and work. It's really a mental thing with football. Honestly, you just gotta keep working, and not give up.
Right. Well, thank you so much for doing this, the 10th episode of the All Things Sports Talk podcast. That is 3-star FAU signee commit Damon Allen. I can't wait to get down to Boca next season and watch you and the Owls ball out. Owl up.
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir. Thank you.